Walkers.
Yeah.
12 of them,
Okay, we got 4 Sorens, 4 Gideons, and 4 Lilianas.
I guess. Um, Shambling Vents, I'd imagine.
Okay.
I think Anguish Unmaking is a shoe-in.
Concealed Courtyard.
Concealed Courtyard is definitely in. Um, Beyond that, I think we're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah,
Really? Ugh. Ugh. We don't get it started on what I thought about.
Why is that name coming up more tonight? Oh my gosh. Jake was talking about it earlier.
Dude, I went in there and bought $250 worth of cards to get back in one time. I said, do something for me, like knock tax off or something. He goes, no, we start discounting about 400. I said, I'll never be back. He goes, okay. That was it. I never went back.
All right, so let's see
Whatever.
what this black-white Walkers deck is made of against the boogeyman of the format.
yeah, we haven't seen anybody take down the Delirium deck on camera yet. You assure me that this deck is beatable.
Oh, it's beatable. It's beatable.
You've I mean, promised me this.
You can beat it. You can do it.
If you start lying
Put your
to
back
me,
into it.
if you start lying to me, our friendship's gonna fall apart.
Really?
So I need to see this Black Green Delirium deck.
I feel like our friendship is just built on lies anyway.
I can't hide from you anymore.
That head sleeve looks really good on you.
I was at the gym before this. And I have long hair, and
And you cut a sleeve off of a t-shirt to put around your head.
right, to put it on my head to keep my hair out of my face while I'm lifting.
Yeah. The bandana was a little too highbrow for you.
Yeah,
So you took it a notch down.
and actually this was invented. This is a great story. It was invented back in my my hippie days when all I was doing was smoking a lot of things and working at a restaurant.
Let's not pretend that you invented this, first off.
I didn't invent this. It was a collaborative effort.
First off, it's been around far longer than you working in a restaurant.
Okay, anyway, this other guy that was working in the restaurant also had long hair. His name was Rich. And we called it the Mandana. And we walked around in our long hair and served wings to people. And then went out and partied. It was a great, year and a half of my life.
All right, so Doug's first turn Swamp is followed up by a second turn Swamp, representing the Grasp of Darkness here.
And Shane's got 2 swamps and a plains. Breaks the ice first with a Liliana.
Grasp isn't going to do anything against Liliana here.
I wonder if this matchup turns into a race on Liliana, just like who can get their Liliana up the fastest.
Well,
In which Shane has broken the ice on that, so I think he's in the lead. He's going to
Absolutely.
ultimate first.
uh,
If they just keep going up and up and up.
sure. I don't know if Shane is playing Ruinous Path, but I know Doug is.
Right.
Also, these Night Allies are eventually going to stop Liliana from going up and up and up.
Right. I think overall Shane's Liliana's have to be a bit weaker, as he's not focused on this Delirium strategy. So the negative portion of the Liliana doesn't do as much
Right.
for him as it does for Doug.
So Doug had the Ruinous Path and chose to take down the Gideon, probably because the Gideon was going to come and kill Lily next turn.
Right.
But it does leave him lacking for a way to win this Liliana race.
All right. Liliana goes up again. We have Obnixless.
Draw card.
Yep. And so Shane uses the plus on that, goes to 19, and nets him a card. Now, wow, are we going to see a match where this Black-Green Delirium deck is not the victor? 4. So let's see. We've got Sorcery already in there.
Land.
I see an Ishkanaz,
Creature.
a creature.
I don't know what the third... Oh, the third one's another Mind Rack Demon.
Sure.
Alright, well, this Mind Rack Demon's probably just going to get killed anyway, so that's Not incredibly relevant.
Yeah, Obnixilis gets to kill it. Liliana gets to 7. And then I imagine this emblem happens.
It could.
Alright.
Doesn't play his 5th land. That's a weird decision. So one of his only outs there was to play land here, play another land next turn, and then grasp the creature and swing into Lily with this Quagmire.
Yeah.
Now that option's off the table because we decided to slow roll these lands for some reason.
I think people just forget.
That's certainly a possibility.
What I do is I always,
I'm always so excited to play my lands.
yeah, I'm always kind of keeping track of it a little bit. Oh wow, he chose to not
Going up.
kill
He
the
might just have a
Mindwrecker.
removal spell.
Yeah, I think Avacyn might be in hand. Avacyn would be a heck of a card to have here. Alright. A Declaration in Stone, or
I see a Stasis Snare.
I think Doug just realized he missed his land drop. Alright.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, this is a tense moment. This is really what I would have used Obnixilis to kill the Mindwreck Demon.
If he has the removal spell in hand, I can see not wanting to do that, but playing the removal spell here means that he can't play the Eile in hand, which means that while your Liliana is going to get to ultimate, so is Doug's.
Well, is it? Because he's going to get to cast the spell, and then your Knight ally can come in.
The Night Ally is a 0/1.
Huh. Yeah, so like I said, the Obnixilis should have killed the Mindwreck Demon. Yep. And so now we're going to just have dueling Liliana emblems. Which, I'll be honest, I've never participated in a game with dueling Liliana emblems, so I have no idea how I would play that. I assume everybody just keeps looking at each other.
Does have the Avacyn. That's big here.
Yeah, Avacyn. Everybody blocks.
So now his Liliana is not going to get to ult because of this Avacyn and because of
Okay.
the attack. On to
Alright.
game 2.
Yeah, so Doug conceded that game. He realized that missing that land drop just put him way far behind.
Yeah. Alright, so sideboard for this black-green Delirium list. This is where a Transgress is good.
Right.
I would up on to the Slaughters. Usually you have like 1 or 2.
Right.
I would up on Ruinous Paths. Usually you have an extra 1.
Okay.
For Shane, I don't know what's in his board. It's a complete mystery to me, but I assume many of those same cards are going to come in.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of interesting the way Standard has pivoted. Before Kaladesh, it was a very easy sell that white was the most powerful color.
Mm-hmm.
You had Gideon, Avacyn, Declaration in Stone, those kind of cards. And it's really pivoted to black being the most powerful color. Even these black-green decks are primarily black, and you're playing green for like the incidental cards.
Sure, it's just like you play black for the black removal. Liliana is a very, very strong magic card. Kalidas is very strong against these aggro decks.
Right.
I mean, really, it's just Liliana or Gideon as to whether you want to be playing black or white. In Shane's case, you're playing both.
Yeah, get them all.
Could have had it all.
Yeah, so
Shane
we're gonna see.
is doing nothing if not rolling in the deep.
Yeah, we're gonna see how much deep he's rolling in here, coming into game 2. Doug's gonna have the play, which it gives him an advantage on his Grim Flayers, right?
Yeah, I don't know that Grim Flare is going to get you there. So, Shane's deck is going to, post-board, be walkers, some amount of, like, small creatures, whatever, and removal. End.
I imagine he just abandons the 1 and 2 drops of any kind of nature.
Shane does?
Yeah. I think
If he can. I don't know what's in his deck, so.
Maybe Declaration Stone stays in and transgresses your 2-drop, but I think if you if you play this Grim Flare, he's gonna have to burn a removal spell and tap himself out, and then you're gonna be able to gain an advantage by getting a Planeswalker down first.
Sure. I mean, your Planeswalker costs 3. So I think the way this matchup post-board is going to end up is there's going to be a ton of removal flying around for these Planeswalkers, a ton of Planeswalkers, and then if everything goes right for Shane, he's going to have like a walker that's going to be unanswered because he has more walkers than Doug has answers, and it's just going to take him to victory.
Right.
If Doug gets his way, that's not going to happen until well after Doug has played Emrakul.
Sure. Or if he gets to that point, Doug Emrakul's him, you can often just take down a bunch of walkers.
Yeah.
Soren's good at killing his planeswalker-y friends.
I can't imagine Gideon's emblem is very desirable for Shane. So that
Right.
might be a thing.
Right.
So lots of options there.
So we see Shane on his second pile shuffle here.
Yeah, this is
This is
a
definitely
clear violation of the rules. Doug, can you step in? Let's get a judge in here.
No, let's not get a judge in here.
This needs to be punished. This is aggressive and egregious.
This is a casual. I don't know if it's casual or regular, whatever they call it.
He needs to
now.
learn the rules. He needs to learn how to play the game.
Somebody needs to tell him.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to penalize him for it.
I think he's been penalized.
All right, here we go. Shane's at least presented first.
Somehow.
Despite the excessive pile shuffling.
Somehow
we've gotten to this point.
At least didn't play the wrong face down guy to top 8 SCG, which is what I think.
All right, let's see if Doug can present a legal 60 cards here.
He's working on it.
Let's see. Can he do it? This is the first step in his path to victory. He's really struggling. He's really struggling to present 60 cards here.
Yeah, it's taken him a minute.
I don't know if that's ideal. I don't think it is.
To take extra time shuffling.
Yeah.
I mean, I've counted at least 10 overhands since we've gone to the overhead camera.
Sure.
And I think mathematically I read that 3 riffles of a... I was reading about poker decks. 3 riffles of a 52 gives it a full randomization, but 7 gives it beyond any
Yeah, you want 7.
calculatable situation.
Right.
So maybe Doug knows something we don't about the overhand press that's different than the riffle.
I think that's not the case.
Okay.
And he's messing up this sideboarding phase more than he messed up his 5th land drop.
Sure. There we go.
Finally presented.
Let's go for 7 here. Come on, no mulligans.
Please no mulligans. He's got land. He's got spells. He's got a little bit of fixing. I think it's a keeper. Praise
the
the
Most
Lord.
High. All right.
We've got a 1-drop, which also gives us our 2-drop.
All right, so Doug's gonna curve out here. He's gonna get a little bit of everything.
It looks like Doug brought in Obnixilis. I don't know if you want to fight Shane on the Planeswalker front.
No, he's pretty committed to having enough planeswalkers on the board. And here's a transgress coming from Shane. And now in this Walker's deck, it's not a time where you can slow roll the transgress. He wants to tap out every turn.
Yeah, you want to use all your mana every turn.
Because it's an on-board deck.
Absolutely. I think you take the tracker here. Takes the Obnixilis.
Okay.
Jealous of Doug's Planeswalker in hand, he has decided to take the Obnixilis. So the tracker is the more immediate threat.
Right. And if depending on how Doug plays it, it's going to yield him 2 clues, which could make the difference.
Probably just one. I don't know that he's got an Evolving Wilds. He might. I can't see his whole hand.
No,
right
I think there was an Evolving Wilds in the hand.
Okay. Hopefully he plays it correctly. And
Here's a Blossoming Marsh.
there we go.
Okay.
Get another land. So we have lands for days.
Okay. And this, here's what this Pilgrim's Eye can do.
Attack for 1.
Right. But a lot of the Planeswalkers only go up by 1.
Right? It can keep.
So it can keep it
him
at
down.
bay. And that might just be enough.
It can't keep a Lily down.
No, you can't keep a good man down.
Or a good woman down.
Or any good Planeswalker. You really can't keep him down. Alright.
Back to the
Shane's-
hand over hand shuffling here.
Did Shane pass the turn?
Shane has passed the turn.
Alright, good. Good. So we're going to stare at each other for a little while Doug...
Oh, a little variation on the shuffle. And then
man.
then the offer.
No cuts. If you can't trust a man that shuffles that well, who can you trust? So Shane could kill it right now while the Evolving Wild's on the stack.
Yeah, so this
This is the
cracking
right
the
way to do
Evolving
it.
Wilds was a total wrong play here.
Right. You want to wait until he can't kill the tracker.
If you get him to pass turn there, then you're in tremendous shape. Like, you've basically time walked him.
Oh, so yeah, if he doesn't have anything. Alright, here's 4 mana. Here's Kalitas.
Kalitas is very good here.
Oh yeah. We know Doug's hand is not very strong. It looks like it's 3 land and a mystery card. Plus the clue on the board.
Believe at least one of the mystery cards is a land as well.
Okay, so we got Forest Swamp and 2 cards in hand with a clue on the board.
For those watching at home, I would have cracked the clue before I played my land for turn.
Okay.
In case what I drew
Cost 3.
cost 3 and required like a specific amount of mana.
Alright, here's an Aether Hub. So do you generally only go in on these energy lands when you're in a 3-color deck, or you need how big does the fixing need before you get to these energy lands?
Might as well do it all.
Yeah? Alright. Alright, Doug's gonna draw off his clue.
So if you have things that produce energy,
Yeah.
then it's fine. If you don't have things that produce energy, but you don't have a lot of color requirements, then it's also fine.
Oh man, I think Doug's gonna get to Noxious Gearhulk, a Kalitas here. In which case, Shane's going to Avacyn back. So let's see if he can sniff this out. Yeah, he doesn't. He's just gonna go for the level 0 play. Yep.
Got him.
So the Gearhulk, or the Kalitas gains indestructible, and it replaces, Avacyn's going to replace Kalitas as the attacker of choice.
I think they're both getting in there. I think we've got a removal spell for this Gear Hulk.
Sure.
And now the troops are coming.
Here they come. Oh man, we're gonna get to follow up with Eiley after the attack too. That's pretty good.
You don't want to block here because you definitely want that Pilgrim's Eye in your yard. Alright, let's see what we can make of this.
He needs a Grasp of Darkness in the worst way.
He's got to pick the Brain, which he probably should have run out last turn. A Liliana in hand, which is pretty strong here, actually.
Okay.
He's got 7 mana. I don't know how many types he has in the yard. I guess he's checking that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types.
Okay. Brings us to 12, so we need one more before an Emrakul becomes a real possibility.
Absolutely.
But I don't even think Emrakul matters here because you can't.
Emrakul's huge here.
Wait, okay, so it buys you a turn, but you don't really have a board state.
You kill all of his creatures.
100% of them?
Yeah.
Oh, because Ailey's in play, so you get to sacrifice them.
Yeah.
I guess he gains a bunch of life, but if you have
I mean, you have a 13/13.
yeah. Alright. So he's going to get Cletus and remove the other 2, I assume, from the deck.
I
And
doubt he's playing 4.
as a treat, we get to look through Shane's deck here.
There's the 3rd.
We've got Declaration in Stones.
Oh my goodness.
Is that a live fast?
That was a live fast.
Descend upon the sinful.
Fumigate.
Fumigate. And some selfless spirits.
Yeah, this was an enlightening pick the brain.
That was my last argument.
Alright.
So we got a Cletus, which is good. Means we only have to deal with this one Cletus, which is the exact number of Cletuses that you don't want to have to deal with, but
Right, I mean, less than that, any less than that, you're in an ideal shape.
yeah.
But this is the minimum number of Cletuses that you want to be dealing with.
So now that you know that Jake has no cards in hand that are relevant,
Right, Shane's got one left, and it's a land. So he's playing
keeping
on the
this
board.
Quagmire back is pretty good at shutting down this Cletus.
Yeah. So do you just pass the turn here?
Has he played a land for a turn yet?
I think so. I think he's going to get Liliana into play.
Yeah, if he hadn't played a land for turn, I like playing a land, playing out your vessel, and then passing.
Okay.
I don't like Liliana here because it's just going to die, so I might even just like -2 it.
Oh, sure. Try and get to that Emrakul.
Yeah, so the Pilgrim's Eye isn't going to block because you want to kill the Cletus first.
Uh-huh.
And if you're going to -2 it, then just playing the vessel is better.
Sure.
Oh, it's a traverse. Well, there you go.
Here's the Emrakul.
Right on top, where it always is.
Alright, she's gonna promise the end.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm crazy about Emrakuling here. Or searching for the Emrakul now. And I also don't like playing the Liliana here either, but it is what it is.
I think he has to search for the Emrakul on this turn so that he can cast it next turn.
That's fair.
And if he
He has another land in hand, so I don't know if that's the case. He has 7. Some number in the yard. We can't really tell. Yeah, it's fine if he's going to Xaxes it next turn.
Right.
Let's see if Shane's all in on killing this Liliana. Or if he's actually going to go to the dome here.
Yeah, I think his smart play is to attack him.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put him at 1. Now Shane does not want to play this land.
Alright, taking 2, 4, 6.
6, go to 4.
All right. Now Doug gets to untap.
Don't play a
Emrakul.
land. Don't do it.
Was that? Yeah.
So Ailey here reads sacrifice another creature.
Right.
So she can't sacrifice herself to prevent Doug.
Did play the land.
Play the land. Okay. Man, and that was a bad play as well to gain 2 life. Because now, oh, okay. He's flipping that to go to deal 3 to everything.
Kill his Ailey. That's a good play.
Sure. The Ailey is also in hand as well.
Oh, that's a bit awkward.
So what's going to happen here is Doug's going to be able to cast Emrakul, take the turn, play the Ailey, sacrifice Cletus and Avacyn, use...
Guy. And we'll take a turn.
Alright, untap. Draw. Yeah,
Selfless Spirit.
Self spirit doesn't matter.
So Doug's at 1. I like playing out the Ailey, sacrificing.
Yeah, he can do all of it. He gets
Well, so you have to kill the Ailey or the Shambling Vent. So he can't just swing it with both.
Oh, so he has to leave Selfless Spirit in hand.
So he could.
This one is pretty obvious.
No, it's not. Man, this is hard. I don't think there's a way out of it for Doug.
So we have that. Swing in. We can sacrifice 1, but we can't sacrifice 2.
You can't.
So you get 1 creature to kill Emrakul.
So Emrakul's gonna kill Avacyn because you attack with the Avacyn, just block with Emrakul.
Hold.
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 Complete control of the game if I declare anything that's already done, right? This is the card I drew, for sure.
So you could attack with Kalidas into Emrakul.
Okay.
Go up to 30.
Okay.
Play the Ailey.
Okay.
Pay 3 to sacrifice the Avacyn for the second ability of Ailey, targeting Ailey. Gets you there.
Oh man, you figured it out.
So you get to survive for a turn.
Yeah, if I'd activated him, I could have tapped him to sack himself.
Interesting. Interesting, man. I can't wait to run out there and tell them what the
And then not had enough to...
what the solution to the game was.
I didn't see a way to do it.
Oh, we'll swing into here.
Playing this Selfless Spirit was completely wrong.
Right. Self Spirit should still be in hand.
You definitely need to cast Ailey. And it's 3. Can we bring up Ailey? I'm not sure that you can target your own creatures with it. The second ability is the only thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't believe this.
Yeah, we're not sure on that. So
This has... Why does this have to say...
She can't eat herself, damn it.
Alright. We'll sack on this.
all right, sacrifice another creature, exile target non-land permanent.
Yeah, so you can
Yep.
target itself with that.
Sure.
And that's the out. We've done it.
We
But we
did.
haven't actually done it.
We haven't
because
actually done it.
Shane's
gonna
take this one
game.
down 2-0.
Man, I guess our friendship is saved. Black Green Delirium loses.
Save for another day
Don't worry.
until I cross that line
you cross
that
that.
I'm always towing.